Tired of making the same old New Year's resolutions that fizzle out by February? Ditch the New Year, New Me mentality that never sticks and embrace a complete rebrand and reinvention. Rebranding and reinventing yourself can be a transformative journey that brings renewed purpose, confidence, and success into your life. This year, instead of half-hearted promises to hit the gym or finally write that novel, commit to a total personal revolution. Whether you're stuck in a rut, craving a career change, or simply ready to unleash your full potential, this comprehensive guide will show you how to recreate yourself from the inside out. Get ready to say goodbye to the old you and hello to a life of limitless possibilities. Chapter 1. Planning. The age-old desire to hit the reset button on life. We have all been there. Whether it's a quarter-life crisis, a midlife meltdown, or just a general feeling of being stuck in a rut, the urge to reinvent ourselves can be overwhelming. But fear not, my friend, for this guide will equip you with the ultimate plan to transform from a caterpillar into a fabulous, self-actualized butterfly. The first step on this journey of self-discovery is to take a brutally honest inventory of where you're at. It's time for a good old-fashioned SWOT analysis, where you'll identify your strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. Think of it as a personal performance review, but without the awkward small talk with your boss. This self-reflection is crucial for understanding what areas of your life need improvement and what strengths you can leverage to propel your reinvention forward. Next up, we dive into the depths of your psyche with some good old-fashioned shadow work. Grab a journal and get ready to answer some soul-searching prompts that will uncover those pesky fears and desires you've been suppressing. Trust me, this is the therapeutic equivalent of a deep tissue massage for your mind, and it's essential for understanding the underlying motivations that drive your need for change. With your newfound self-awareness, it's time to craft your reinvention script. Imagine yourself as the lead character in your own personal blockbuster and write out every juicy detail of who you want to become. Don't hold back. This is your chance to create the ultimate version of yourself, the one who fearlessly pursues their dreams and leaves life on their own terms. Now, let's address some common pitfalls that can derail even the most well-intentioned reinvention efforts. One of the biggest mistakes people make is trying to change too much, too fast. Reinventing yourself is a marathon, not a sprint, and attempting to overhaul every aspect of your life at once is a surefire recipe for burnout and disappointment. Another common stumbling block is a lack of accountability. It's easy to get swept up in the initial excitement of your reinvention plan, but without a support system or a way to track your progress, it's all too easy to fall back into old habits and patterns. So, how can you stay motivated when the going gets tough? Remember, reinventing yourself is a journey, not a destination. It's about taking small, consistent steps towards your goals and celebrating each small victory along the way. Start by adding one new habit that aligns with your reinvention script. Maybe it's waking up an hour earlier to meditate or hitting the gym 3 times a week. Whatever it is, use that momentum to propel you forward and remind yourself of the incredible transformations you've witnessed in your own life or in the lives of those around you. Need some real-life inspiration? Look no further than the incredible stories of successful reinventions that have unfolded all around us. From the friend who went from couch potato to marathon runner, to the colleague who went back to school and landed their dream job, these examples serve as powerful reminders that change is not only possible but also within reach. And if you ever feel like you're losing steam, channel your inner alter ego, that badass version of yourself who fears nothing and takes no prisoners. Embrace their confidence, their resilience, and their unwavering determination to become the best version of yourself. So, what are you waiting for? It's time to take the first step towards your own personal renaissance. Trust me, the view from the other side is going to be absolutely fabulous. Chapter 2. Appearance. Alright folks, it's time to talk about the elephant in the room, your appearance. Now, before you start rolling your eyes and muttering something about superficial societal standards, hear me out. Your outer appearance is a reflection of your inner self, and when you look good, you feel good. It's a simple equation, really, but one that's often overlooked in our quest for self-improvement. Let's start with the foundation, your health. We all know the drill. Eat your veggies, drink plenty of water, and get some exercise. But here's a little insider tip. Ditch the coffee and embrace the magic of matcha. This green tea powder packs a serious punch of sustained energy without the dreaded crash and jitters. Plus, it's loaded with antioxidants, so you can feel good about your beverage of choice. Speaking of feeling good, let's talk about supplements. We live in a world where our food is often stripped of its nutritional value, so it's essential to fill in those gaps with a high-quality multivitamin and any other supplements your body might need. Trust me, your future self will thank you for taking care of your health now. Now, let's move on to the fun stuff. Beauty and fashion. We've all been there, standing in front of a closet full of clothes, yet feeling like we have nothing to wear. The solution? A capsule wardrobe. Curate a collection of timeless pieces that not only reflect your personal style, but also align with the vision you have for your future self. Remember, if you wouldn't wear it in 5 years, it's probably not worth buying. And while we're on the topic of fashion, let's talk about makeup. Contrary to popular belief, makeup isn't about covering up or conforming to unrealistic beauty standards. It's about enhancing your natural features and embracing what makes you unique. Find products that suit your face type and accentuate your best assets, whether it's those killer cheekbones or those striking eyes. But let's not forget about the little things that can make a big difference. Posture, for instance, can instantly elevate your confidence and presence. So sit up straight, hold your head high, and own that room like the boss you are. And for those of you who are conscious about the products you use, fear not. The world of clean beauty is rapidly expanding, offering a plethora of non-toxic, eco-friendly options that are kind to both your body and the planet. Remember, reinventing your appearance isn't about conforming to societal norms or chasing an unattainable ideal. It's about embracing your authentic self and presenting the best version of you to the world. So, go ahead, experiment, have fun, and let your inner radiance shine through. But let's be real, changing your appearance can be a daunting task, especially when you're bombarded with unsolicited advice from well-meaning friends and family members. The key is to tune out the noise and listen to your body. Experiment with different styles, products, and routines until you find what works best for you. And don't be afraid to seek professional help, whether it's a personal stylist, a makeup artist, or a nutritionist. Sometimes, a fresh perspective is all you need to unlock your true potential. Need some real-life inspiration? Look no further than the countless success stories of people who have transformed their appearance and, in turn, their lives. From the woman who ditched her frumpy wardrobe and landed her dream job, to the man who overhauled his diet and regained his youthful energy, these examples serve as powerful reminders that change is not only possible but also within reach. So, what are you waiting for? It's time to unleash your inner radiance and show the world the best version of yourself. Chapter 3. Mindset Tips. Alright folks, it's time to get real about the most crucial aspect of any successful reinvention, your mindset. You can have the best plan, the most fabulous wardrobe, and the healthiest diet in the world, but if your mind isn't in the right place, it's all for naught. So, buckle up, because we're about to embark on a journey of self-discovery and mental fortitude that will leave you feeling like a badass, unstoppable force of nature. First things first, we need to do some spring cleaning in that beautiful brain of yours. It's time to eliminate any toxic influences or negative environments that have been holding you back. Whether it's a toxic friend, a soul-sucking job, or even just a cluttered living space, get rid of anything that's dragging you down. Trust me, you'll feel lighter and more focused once you've cleared out that mental clutter. Now, let's talk about self-awareness. We all have insecurities and self-limiting beliefs that can sabotage our efforts before we even get started. But here's the thing, once you identify those pesky little gremlins, you can start to work on banishing them for good. It won't be easy, but nothing worth having ever is. And while we're on the topic of self-awareness, let's talk about the importance of staying in tune with your own needs and desires. It's easy to get caught up in the whirlwind of reinvention and lose sight of what's truly important to you. So, make a habit of asking yourself, but what about me? Prioritize your growth, your happiness, and your well-being above all else. Because at the end of the day, if you're not taking care of yourself, who will? Now, let's address one of the biggest roadblocks to a successful reinvention: self-sabotage. We've all been there. Someone makes an offhand comment or gives us a sideways glance, and suddenly our confidence comes crashing down. But here's the thing, you have the power to choose how you react to those situations. Instead of internalizing that negativity, use it as fuel to prove them wrong. Embrace the "I don't give a fuck" mindset, and watch as your insecurities melt away. Speaking of insecurities, one of the most effective ways to overcome them is to change up your environment. Surround yourself with people, places, and things that uplift and inspire you. Maybe it's joining a new gym or taking a class in something you've always wanted to learn. Or perhaps it's as simple as decluttering your living space and creating a sanctuary that reflects the person you're becoming. Whatever it is, make sure your environment is conducive to growth and positivity. And while we're on the topic of positivity, let's talk about the importance of building a support system. Reinventing yourself can be a lonely journey, but it doesn't have to be. Surround yourself with people who believe in you, who encourage you, and who will hold you accountable. Whether it's joining a local meetup group or reaching out to a mentor, having a network of like-minded individuals can make all the difference. But let's be real, even with the best support system in the world, there will be moments of self-doubt and insecurity. That's where the "I don't give a fuck" mindset comes in handy once again. Start putting yourself out there, networking, and taking risks without fear of failure or judgment. Because at the end of the day, the only opinion that truly matters is your own. And when those inevitable setbacks do occur, don't let them derail you. Instead, use them as motivation to push harder, to work smarter, and to prove to yourself and the world that you're unstoppable. Turn that pain into power and watch as your mindset shifts from one of defeat to one of unshakable resilience. Need some real life inspiration? Look no further than the countless success stories of people who have transformed their mindsets and, in turn, their lives. From the woman who overcame crippling anxiety to launch her own business, to the man who bounced back from bankruptcy to build a multi-million-dollar empire, these examples serve as powerful reminders that with the right mindset, anything is possible. Last but not least, Chapter 4, New Habits. Alright folks, we've covered a lot of ground so far, from planning your reinvention to revamping your appearance and conquering your mindset. But let's be real, all of that hard work will be for naught if you don't back it up with some solid new habits. After all, habits are the building blocks of our lives, and if you want to create lasting change, you've got to start laying down some new foundations. First up, let's talk about exposure therapy. I know, the idea of facing your fears head on might sound about as appealing as a root canal, but hear me out. The more you expose yourself to the things that scare you, the less power they'll have over you. It's like training for a marathon. The first few miles are brutal, but eventually your body adapts and those distances become a breeze. So, whether it's public speaking, networking, or just putting yourself out there, embrace the discomfort and watch as your resilience grows. Next up, we've got a habit that might seem counterintuitive at first: becoming the life of the party. Now, before you start rolling your eyes and muttering something about being an introvert, let me explain. When you're in a social setting, instead of focusing on your own insecurities or awkwardness, shift your attention to making others feel good. Genuinely try to get to know and understand the people around you and watch as they fall in love with you, platonically of course. Not only will this help you build strong, genuine connections, but it will also widen your network and open up new opportunities. But let's be real. You can't be everywhere at all times for everyone. That's why it's crucial to practice selective engagement. Prioritize the activities and people that align with your goals, your energy, and your vision for the future. Not everyone needs to know your business, and that's okay. In fact, it's more than okay. It's essential for protecting your time and energy. And speaking of time and energy, let's talk about cutting the nonsense. We all have those little time wasters that creep into our days, whether it's mindless social media scrolling, binge watching Netflix, or just procrastinating on tasks that need to get done. Identify those nonsense activities and eliminate them from your life. Trust me, you'll be amazed at how much more productive and focused you'll feel. But what if you're still struggling to embody the confidence and capability you're striving for? That's where the fake it till you make it mentality comes in. Act as if you've already achieved your goals and watch as your mindset and behavior start to shift to match that reality. It might feel a little awkward at first, but soon enough it will become second nature. And finally, let's talk about the power of gratitude. In the midst of all this self-improvement and reinvention, it's easy to get caught up in what's lacking or what's not quite perfect yet. But by regularly acknowledging and appreciating the good in your life, you'll foster a positive outlook that will propel you forward. Whether it's keeping a gratitude journal, practicing mindfulness, or just taking a few moments each day to reflect on the things you're grateful for, this simple habit can have a profound impact on your overall well-being and success. But let's not stop there. There are countless other habits you can adopt to sustain your transformation. Maybe it's setting aside time each day for self-care, whether that's a relaxing bath, a yoga session, or just a few minutes of quiet meditation. Or perhaps it's committing to learning a new skill or taking up a new hobby that aligns with your reinvented self. The possibilities are endless, and the key is to find what works best for you. Of course, adopting new habits isn't always easy, and you'll likely face some challenges along the way. Maybe it's a lack of motivation or discipline, or perhaps it's the temptation to fall back into old patterns. But here's the thing. Success isn't about perfection, it's about progress. So, when you stumble, don't beat yourself up. Simply acknowledge the setback, regroup, and get back on the track. And speaking of success, how can you measure the effectiveness of your new habits? It's all about setting clear, measurable goals and tracking your progress. Maybe it's keeping a journal to document your journey, or perhaps it's setting specific benchmarks or milestones to work towards. Whatever it is, make sure you're celebrating your wins, no matter how small, and using them as motivation to keep pushing forward. Need some real-life inspiration? Look no further than the countless success stories of people who have transformed their lives by adopting new habits. From the woman who overcame her fear of public speaking to land her dream job, to the man who cut out toxic relationships and found true happiness, these examples serve as powerful reminders that small changes can lead to big results. So, what are you waiting for? It's time to embrace the power of new habits and watch as your reinvention takes flight. Trust me, the view from the other side is going to be absolutely fabulous. Alright, my self-love warriors, we've reached the end of our journey, but trust me, this is just the beginning. As Justin Bieber so eloquently put it, my mama don't like you and she likes everyone. Well, it's time to be the kind of person that even your own mama would love by loving yourself first. So as you go forth and conquer the world, remember, take accountability, engage in self-reflection, and don't be afraid to step out of your comfort zone. Because at the end of the day, building a solid relationship with yourself is about embracing all the messy, complicated, and beautiful parts of who you are, and never settling for anything less than your best self. Now, before I let you go, I've got a little challenge for you. In the comments below, I want you to share one thing, big or small, that you're gonna do to show yourself some love this week. Maybe it's treating yourself to that fancy coffee you've been eyeing, or finally signing up for that dance class you've been putting off. Whatever it is, let's hold each other accountable and celebrate the journey of self-love together. And who knows, maybe by the time we meet again, you'll be singing My Mama Don't Like You, and she likes everyone, except for old me, cause new me is the best me. Now that's a tune we can all get behind.